Deep Dynamic Compaction, Horizontal Construction Methods by Joshua Finch, Scotty McCraney, and Giancarlo Fuzzetti, Group 12. Today we will be covering the current methods of compaction, an introduction to deep dynamic compaction, advantages, disadvantages, materials and equipment, method of execution, case studies, and finally the conclusion. Vibration is compaction of soil by vibration. An example of this method is toed impact compaction. Impact is compaction of soil by actually impacting the soil. An example is deep dynamic compaction, which we will discuss in further detail throughout the presentation. Static force is the dead weight of a machine, applying downward force on the soil surface, compressing the soil particles. Static compaction is confined to upper soil layers and is limited to any appreciable depth. Kneading and pressure are both examples of static compaction. Dynamic compaction is a method that is used to increase the density of soil when certain subsurface constraints make other methods inappropriate. Deep dynamic compaction strengthens weak soils using controlled high-energy tamping. The reaction of the soil to this process depends heavily on the type of soil and the energy input. There are several advantages to utilizing deep dynamic compaction. It is less expensive, more versatile, it has effective applications, it is environmentally safe, and is a very rapid treatment. Though there are many advantages to deep dynamic compaction, it'd be remiss to not mention the disadvantages. These include noise pollution. It is only suitable for granular materials only. The process of vibrations which could affect surrounding areas and structures. It also causes permanent deformation of the soil being treated.
Materials and equipment. Weights are found. There are round weights and square weights. Round weight is for high energy passes. Square weights are for low energy passes. Next are cranes. Mega, tripod, and giga cranes. The mega crane can lift up to 250,000 pounds. The tripod cranes are used for stabilization and heavy lifting. The giga crane lifts the real heavy loads that the other cranes cannot lift. And methods of execution. Primary drops is the first pass. Secondary drops are used to backfill the craters after the first pass. The ironing pass is the final step in the process in which is used to densify the surface layer. And now we are going to show a video of how methods of deep dynamic compaction are carried out. The typical types of projects used for DDC are highway soil compaction, landfills, mine reclamation, and sinkhole correction. The case studies that we found and used, one being in Port Long Beach, which dealt with highway soil compaction, the next on US Route 44 relocation, which dealt with the wetlands along roadside, and the last occurred on the Savannah River site, which dealt with landfills. To conclude our slideshow, we found that DDC can improve soils and can be seen very deep in the soil profile. It can be applied on different soils. It is a simple and very effective process. The improvement can be found in different locations, and it is cost effective.